Real world situational cues trigger thinking and action. We know this from research on how context influences the learning to remembering process. In other words, we want contextual situations to trigger certain actions. We want learners, when they're back on the job, to be reminded of what they've learned. And that's the crux of this strategy, triggered action planning. Instead of just asking our learners what their goals are for implementing what they've learned, we also ask them to select situations when they will begin to carry out those goals. Doing this allows us to align context in our learning designs. This strategy, what researchers call an implementation intention, can result in a higher probability of successful goal attainment and therefore transfer. The reason why triggered action planning works so well is that it is based on a fundamental characteristic of human cognition. We are triggered to think and act based on cues in our environment. This is the example that Dr. Will provides in the article linked on the Heart site. Press pause to process and continue when you're ready. In the weekly PLM emails, we have used situational triggers, underlined here, and suggested actions with the goal of ensuring that the design essentials are at the core of all learning experiences at Region 10. Let's dissect a bit further. The goal is to ensure my curated resources are user-friendly. Sitting down to plan or revise a session triggers my action to review and reorganize my materials. Again, we may be able to double the likelihood that our learners actually apply what they've learned simply by having them link situations and actions in their planning. Essentially, triggered action planning is an extension of the realistic practice that learners ought to experience in a session, possibly using the CETA model or something similar. If the practice is very close to the real world situation, you have essentially set a triggered action without calling it that. So, we'll use triggered action planning to determine our goals for designing learning experiences with LTEM in mind. Again, remember LTEM is a roadmap. Use it to see where you are in terms of learning evaluation and see what you're missing. Use this TAP template, which is linked on the Heart site, to record your implementation intentions. And it's okay to start with just one goal. This may be done individually, in small groups, or with team members, and feel free to modify it to fit your needs.